Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, and by my side is Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to 2K Sports, the NBA season wrapping up, and you can just feel the anticipation for the playoffs. American Airlines Arena, the place, and the Miami Heat will be on their home floor as they go up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, it's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. Houston's anchored on defense by Dwight Howard, but
it'll be the Heat off the tip. Here's the starting group for Houston. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Trevor Ariza out there with Smith, and it's Howard in at center. That is good. Now Beverly.
Well, 2 seasons ago, the Heat were rolling. They won a franchise record 66 games. 27 of those came consecutively. Last season, they managed the regular season. They knew they had to pace themselves in an effort to try to win a 3rd straight championship.
Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Here is Whiteside. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Count the bucket. And last season, I'd say, guys, the Heat more or less just conceded that #1 seed to the Pacers.
Yeah, almost like a marathon runner. You know, they just didn't want to burn out early, so they just kind of found their pace throughout the season. And they weren't worried too much about the home seed. They were concerned more with their own health. And I thought Eric Spoelstra handled all of those dynamics perfectly.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Howard, the pass to Harden. Goes up the baseline. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Miami with the ball. 4-point game. Wade on the wing. Outside Bosch. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Got a piece of it. He dishes it to Whiteside. And it's Miami with another.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Beverly. Defensive foul. It's his first trip to the line.
Well, I like what he did at the line a season ago, shooting 81%.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Here's Chalmers. Dang goes in, kicks it to Chalmers. From deep, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And that does it for the first quarter. Heat out front. They lead by 6. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. And it's Whiteside in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And the shot is good. Harden's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Rockets. James Harden, Clark, voted by a majority of NBA GMs last season as the #1 shooting guard in the entire league.
Really hard to argue that, Kevin. I mean, he's an elite scorer, second in the league in free throw attempts per game last season, and he's also a really, really good passer. Able to make his teammates better because he draws so much attention, and he's a crafty and willing passer.
Here's Terry after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. All alone.
Oh, how about that basketball fan? Beautiful. Wow. With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
Shot by Terry, no good.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And Dang, here we go. Feeds it to McRoberts. Fires for three, and he gets the bucket. McRoberts has got himself on the board with three there.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And some changes here for the Heat. Anderson, he's checked in for Whiteside. Walker comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Johnson in for Dwayne Wade. Houston with a big group substitution here. Howard's checked in for Jones. Smith comes in for Monty Eunice. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Brewer. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Jason Terry. 40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Chalmers kicks to McRoberts. Johnson outside. Goes up at the stripe. The shot is off. And it's Houston the other way. The Rockets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Well, you look at the numbers, Kevin. Last year they were around 71% from the line as a team, so not a very good number there.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for James Harden. Back to Chalmers. There's a good screen. Deep two from Anderson. No good on that last second attempt there. That'll do it for the first half.
Kevin, I've got Coach Eric.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. Rockets trail by 6.
Chris Anderson, the Birdman, has been a great fit in Miami, and I think they got a steal in this veteran big man. I mean, he's got tremendous bounce, he bangs the glass, he's a rim protector, and he finishes with force and finesse sometimes.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Houston, Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Smith out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here is Whiteside, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Whiteside, good.
And Chris Anderson, certainly one of the more colorful characters in the league. Always a fan favorite with the tattoos, the mohawk, the energy. He's just a great fit on this Miami defense that's built around quickness and athleticism.
That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Beverly. And here are the Heat now. They've led by as much as 10. Wade drives in. Outside Dang. Expanding his range. Wade misses. And 2 years ago, Anderson missed the first half of the season under investigation. It turned out that he was the victim of a vicious internet hoax.
Yeah, pretty wild and crazy stuff. I mean, he was finally cleared of any wrongdoing and bounced back nicely, signing with the Heat. And he's played a very important role on this championship team.
Well, he's off and running right off the bat here in the second half.
Rockets trail by 7. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Harden. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
He's really stood out for his club today. Even though they're struggling a little bit, he's doing his part.
A different look for Miami. Chris Anderson is checked in for Whiteside. Haslam comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Chalmers in for Luol Deng. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jones checked in for Howard. Monty Eunice comes in for Smith. Corey Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. That's good.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Dragic against Harden. In the corner, it's Brewer. There's the triple. Another miss by Houston. Throws it from deep. Can't get it to go. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Heat. They're up by 7. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time now to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. Today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. I mean, he had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
On the perimeter, Wade and Dang. Whiteside is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Dragic in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Whiteside dishes to Dragic. Brewer with the steal. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Harden, and he banks in the layup. Harden's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Rockets. Miami leading by 5. The feed to Whiteside. It's taken away by Brewer. And it's Dragic with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Houston with a big group substitution here. Howard's checked in for Jones. Smith comes in for Monty Hughes. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Brewer. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jason Terry.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Now here's Dang. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Dang against Ariza. Looking for Beverly. He gets it there. Dragic with some nice D. Miami's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
Time is definitely not on their side at this point.
Yeah, they need a quick bucket.
Knocked loose. Whiteside kicks to Dang. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Outside Dragic. Rebound by Smith. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Harden. Sinks it. And now they trail by just 4. Here's Wade. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now. Either his range is greatly underrated, or he got a little lucky on that one. I'm guessing it's the latter.
Terry outside. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Chalmers. No good there. And so it's Miami winning this one.